Democrats are on the struggle bus right now, you guys, and a lot of people are talking about it. People were going after Hakeem Jeffries, asking him directly, point blank, do you think Schumer needs to be replaced? And he would not answer. And then he got all testy when people were like, why won't you answer this question? Here's a little bit of that.
For new leadership in the Senate.
Next question.
Have you lost confidence in him, the fact that you guys see this so differently?
Next question.
Mr. Leader, why were you afraid to say anything about Schumer when you were asked?
No. Do not characterize.
No, my question was, why were you afraid to say anything?
Do not characterize my remarks. I'm not afraid about anything.
But you went to another question.
Anything.
And now there's talk of AOC running a primary challenge against Schumer.
Oh, my God. It's just, they're such a hot mess, and I'm so here for it.
Right?
I love it. I love all of this drama. It's so great.
Good. A lot of drama. And the polling, you guys, the polling is out of control. So 10% in a CNN poll said AOC is the leader of the Democrat Party.
Oh, my God.
Followed closely by Kamala, who already lost, Bernie, then Hakeem, then Barack Obama, then Jasmine, Gavin, Nancy Pelosi, Alyssa Slotkin, Chuck Schumer, and Tim Walz coming in at 1%.
Tim Walz, the lumberjack, is so mad that he has 1%. Oh, God.
I mean,
their approval ratings are just in the tank right now.
Yeah. We've got a lot of different polling kind of numbers to get into, but like the fact that everybody in the party was so mad at Chuck Schumer, they even tried to fundraise off of saying F Schumer. So Sean Spicer, whose show we're going to be on actually today, so you should definitely check in when his show is released today, because we're going to be on with him. He posted this text that obviously he saw from Justice Democrats and Act Blue trying to raise money, attacking Leader Schumer by saying F Chuck Schumer, because now it's really cool for Democrats to cuss a lot. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Totally.
Super
yeah.
Cool.
It's like
so
really cool.
This is interesting, right?
They are just, they're eating their own. I love it. I love it so much. They can't figure out, you know, what's going to work and what's not. And then so many of them are still sticking with the old talk with the talking points and with the policies that destroyed them in the last election. And they want to stick with all that. So, okay. They have no compass.
Right. And no leader, which they have no one to look to for guidance. They're all just flailing. You know what I mean?
And I think part of it is because they were run by like the Obamas and the Valerie Jarretts behind the scenes. That's who was running the ship. Let's face it, because it wasn't Biden, you guys. It wasn't. So it was some weekend at Bernie's figurehead being run by that cabal behind the scenes. And now that's done. Those people are like, well, we're done. I guess we're not doing that anymore. So what do you do? I mean, they've got a bunch of losers over there now. I'm okay with it.
It is getting really interesting. And the shutdown, of course, brought up a lot of discussion about the filibuster, which, of course, Democrats, you know, a few years ago were like, we've got to end the filibuster. It's so racist. And so Scott Jennings made total fun of them in this beautifully snarky appearance with Jake Tapper. Here it is.
Well, because first of all, I just want to say I'm grateful for Chuck Schumer today. He helped defeat a racist Jim Crow filibuster in the Senate. And to stand up against the racist Jim Crow filibuster tactics was a moment of pure courage. And I just think he should be lauded by anybody in any party for that. That's number one. Number two.
It's a deep cut. Let me just explain for people at home.
I'm just saying.
When there was a Democratic push against the filibuster, people in the Democratic Party were saying it was a racist era, Jim Crow era. And it was tactic, the filibuster. So he's being cheeky.
And not only that, but he saved us from the Democrats in the House.
It's just so great. It's so great.
God, I just can't get enough of it. And it's so bad that Van Jones is saying that the anger he is seeing towards Schumer now is beyond anything that he has ever seen before. He even calls it volcanic.
Then how angry are Democrats at Leader Schumer?
I've never seen this level of volcanic anger at a Democrat ever.
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 Wow.
We could be grumpy. We can be frustrated with each other. there is a volcanic eruption of outrage at Leader Schumer. There's an emotional need to stop Donald Trump and Elon Musk from running over this party, and I think Chuck Schumer has radically misread the room.
It's volcanic, you guys.
Volcanic.
It's like global warming. It's so volcanic. God, I'm enjoying this so much.
It is kind of fun, right?
You know, it really is. Like, I just want to get popcorn and just sit back and watch it all unfold because they deserve it.
You know how much we love our dogs, and we love them so much that we want to make sure that they're getting a multivitamin just like we do. This is Rough Greens, the premium nutritional supplement just for dogs. It is the brainchild of naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black. And the handiest thing about it is that it tells you exactly how much you need, a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons, depending on the size of your dog. And then if you're choosing Meow Greens for kitty cats, they come in these like individually metered out packets because like cats are cat sized. You know what I mean? Like unless you have like a serval or one of those crazy size cats.
Which is what I would get. That's exactly what I would get. I could not have like a normal size cat just because of who I am as a person, you know?
But like most cats are about cat size. And so there's just a handy, like metered out little packet of their multivitamin. And right now, of course, Dr. Black is suggesting that everybody check out the 90-day challenge because that's about when you're going to see the most results. And so first of all, your dogs and cats are going to eat this up because they love it. It brings their dry kibble to life. But then secondly, you get the benefits. Like you see shinier coats, you have better breath. You'll see better breath from your dogs or kitty cats. Cats usually don't have terrible breath, but dogs, you know, it can get a little
stinky breath. Yeah.
Get a little stinky. You'll see a change in their activity and energy level, and you are actually going to see positive results in their overall health, which is obviously the reason that we give our dogs Rough Greens to begin with. So you can try a free Jumpstart trial bag. This is the size right here. All you do is cover shipping at roughchicks.com. That's RUFF chicks.com, and then use code CHICKS, roughchicks.com. And the talk about AOC, you know, putting up a challenge to Senator Schumer for the leadership it's being talked about enough that Jasmine Crockett was asked to weigh in. Would she support AOC? And of course, she had to be all dramatic and be like, I don't even know if there's going to be elections in 4 years.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Here's Jazzy Jasmine.
Just read the room.
You're close with Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York. Some of your fellow House Democrats say, and not just progressives, by the way, we've heard that moderates have said this too, that they're ready to support her to challenge Chuck Schumer in a Democratic primary. Would you get behind that?
That's 4 years from now. If you were asking me at least in 2 years, then I would have an absolute answer. But I can tell you that there are a lot of people that are watching his leadership in this moment. This is the moment. We don't even know what elections will look like in 4 years if we will have elections. And so I definitely think that younger, fresher leadership may be something that many of us, not just depending on what part of the spectrum you're on, but many Americans may be looking for, especially in the state of New York.
Okay, that sounds good. I'm sorry, I was so distracted by her blinking with the spiders on her eyes. Is it just me? I can't, like,
there's like butterflies.
I cannot stop looking at the blinking, the constant. It's got to be hard to hold those things up, you know?
That's true. I never thought about like the weight of them.
Oh, they're just, it's got to be crazy. Because I mean, if you watch her, you guys, I can't be the only one that saw the blinking, like the constant blinking. It's like, it's probably so exhausting. She's got to take a break. She's got to close her eyes for a while and then open it back up because it's all the spiders.
Yeah,
Lord,
it's heavy. It's really, really heavy.
I hope it's AOC. I hope AOC becomes the emerging leader, the little commie leader, the bartending commie. That would make sense. I think it'd be great. What a perfect representation of what the Democrat Party has become. AOC. It'd be great.
Oh my God, that is a nightmare to think about. But as I said earlier, we've got polls to get to, and Raju, whatever his name is, on CNN talked about the latest CNN polling on Democrats, and it ain't good.
This morning, a brand new exclusive CNN poll that paints a brutal reality for Democrats as they struggle to mount a unified opposition to President Trump. Americans' favorable views of the Democratic Party's brand are at a record low, just 29%. That's compared to 36% for Republicans. It is the lowest ever recorded for Democrats in CNN polling going back more than 30 years. As you can see, the party's numbers dropping a staggering 20 points in just 4 years. The CNN SRSR's poll also found 57% of Democrats and Democratic-leaning voters are more interested in seeing their party leaders stop the GOP agenda, compared to 42% who are more interested in cutting bipartisan deals.
First of all,
our
That's
numbers
interesting.
It is interesting. Our numbers are not much better, though. If you look at the numbers, I think people just hate politicians in general.
Yeah.
We just hate everybody.
The most interesting part was that it wasn't that big of a spread between the people who want Democrats to fight everything that Trump and Elon are doing versus the people that are like, I want unity. I want everybody to work together in order to move the country in the right direction. And that is going to be a huge problem for them, because if they're that far, if they're half and half in their own party, they're going to be directionless. They're not going to know how to navigate that. And
agreed.
Yikes. You know?